I mean, if it works, it works.
I don't know why it wasn't working. I was on like a Mac.
Okay. And let me just make sure we're good to go.
I don't know why it wasn't working. I was on like
All right. We're straight and we're live.
All
Let's
right.
get this thing going. Okay. So if we want to introduce ourselves, our name, what school we run for, our hometown. Obviously, all of y'all seem like you're from very close to one another, but maybe Coop is a little farther out. But and one like hobby outside of running that you like to do. So Coop, let's start with you.
All right, so obviously I'm Cooper Stream. I'm a junior from Vacaville High School. It's in the town from Vacaville. And one hobby that I like to do is photography outside of running. I'll do that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hugh, you want to go next?
Yeah. My name's Hugh. I'm a junior or senior now, I guess. I run for McClatchy, and a hobby I like to do outside of running. I don't know, like go thrifting with my friends and stuff.
Okay.
Lucas Alberts. I'll be a senior this year. I go to Jesuit High School from Sacramento, and one thing I do outside of running is I play golf.
Okay. Very, very diverse things right there. Golf, thrifting, photography. So we got all the base covers, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
okay. So let's get into the meat of things. Let's dive right into this thing. So we're all juniors right now. We're rising seniors. We're getting ready for cross country season. I assume all of y'all will be running cross season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sometimes the mid D guys like they don't really run cross country. So just had to ask that. But y'all seem like you got some range. So I'm actually curious. I want to. That's my first question. What is all of y'all's 5K times?
Cooper, you can start. You're the fastest.
All right, 14:48 on Woodward Park.
Okay.
I ran 15:17 on Woodward Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I run like 15:40 at Woodward Park.
Listen. We know. Are you 149 or 150? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 150.2.
150 doesn't matter. 150 guy, man. We don't care about cross. I'm joking. Don't tell your distance coach that. He'll get mad at me. No, but anyways, like that's still some good range. 150 to 1540, like, and you'll like once you get into college and you start stacking weeks and weeks and weeks of higher mileage, you'll get there. No doubt. Like you'll probably stay more mid D, but you'll definitely hit like. Bro, over here, Coop is like, no, he's not.
We're getting into that 10K, bro.
I don't think you'll ever see Hugh run a 10K.
No, I'll never run a 10K. It's like my.
Okay, listen. If your team is counting on you and you got to run 10K at NCAA regionals, are you running it?
I'm not gonna help them much, but I guess.
Bro, but let's say
What's that limit, bro? What's that limit on you? Come on.
I think I'd run like 33 minutes in a 10K.
Bro. Yo. You still got a whole nother year to develop and then like another base season before your freshman year.
I'm also not running cross in college, though, so I don't really have to worry about a 10K.
You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised. Them college coaches like to throw you into stuff. So, especially with what's your mile time? Or your 1600?
411.
411. Dude, 411, you still got the range, bro. I don't care, bro. You might be running cross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you. No, I'm joking. I'm not your coach, but okay. So Next thing is I'm interested to see y'all's thoughts on the new NCAA rule changes with the 5-for-5, because this is directly going to affect you guys to the point where you're not even have to worry about any of the BS that's going on in the college scene right now, of like the grandfather clause, of the rules changes, stuff like that. You guys automatically know that once you graduate next year in 27, you're gonna have 5 full years. So what do we think about that?
I personally like it. I think it would be a lot less like confusing with the redshirt stuff. I mean, it would definitely suck if you're injured because you lose that time. But they also did put the age limit on it too, which is nice. I think that will all like go together very well. It will be cool to see how it goes because it will be into effect for the 26 class first. So I guess we'll get a year to kind of look at it and see how it is. But I mean, I like it. We'll get straight to racing. Just staying healthy will be the best thing that will keep you together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I agree. I think it definitely makes it harder for recruiting because you're fighting for those spots earlier on. The spots earlier on are going to get taken. Scholarship might vary, right? Because I mean, the better people are probably going to get recruited first, so it makes it so there's less scholarship by the end. So, and some people have their breakouts their senior year, not their junior year. And so it makes it so there's already 3 spots taken on a team, and where a college can be like, oh, we can only give 4 people scholarship money. And that could be, depends on how much money they have, right? And so when they get to the 4th person, or they're waiting for the 4th person and they already have 3, it just makes it a whole lot more competitive to get that last person on the roster. So I think for us 3, it benefited us. But I think for others going into their senior year, it's just going to make it more competitive for them to have to fight for a roster spot onto a team.
Yeah.
I will say we're still looking for our 4th.
Looking for a 4th.
That is very true. That is very true. All right, Hugh, what are we thinking about 5-for-5?
I mean, I like it because I won't have to wait to start racing. I can just get right into racing when I get to college. And that's like the main thing for me, is just being able to race.
Yeah. You definitely seem more of a track guy. So you definitely like getting on the track and racing rather than maybe Cooper over here doing like 15-mile tempos on the trails or something like that.
I'll take that.
So I can already read his mind. I already know what he's thinking. No, I'm messing around. But it's very interesting, and especially with roster limits that got passed 2 years ago, especially now that there's like a very limited amount of spots both on cross country and track. And now schools that are like mid-major or Power 4, and even some of the like smaller Division 1 schools, but they have teams that will compete at like the national level. I've seen they will roster the distance guys in cross country, but they won't roster them in track, and vice versa. The mid-D guys, they'll roster them in track, but they won't roster them in cross country. So, and I think I've especially seen this in the SEC, where they only have 10 spots for cross country and like 35 spots for track, which is just insane. That's like it's crazy. So, but it seems like all of y'all were able to like navigate the recruiting process and figure everything out ahead of time, which is really nice. I mean, granted, you guys are insanely fast, some of the best guys in the nation, but still, like, recruiting is insane with the amount of scholarship money. And I mean, I don't necessarily know what it's like to be a high school athlete getting recruited now, especially with NIL. Like, I don't know, because I think you can tell me if I'm wrong, but Cooper, do you technically have an NIL deal right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I technically do have a Chicken Legs NIL.
Okay.
And so it's with the company Chicken Legs, of course. And so the process of that is basically, getting in touch with the company and then signing paperwork on my own with my parents, getting certified by the NFHS, and then also having my school sign it and my school acknowledge it, just to make sure I'm not getting ripped off, and just to make sure that I'm doing everything legal within the state of California or the state you're from. However, the process is different when going to college, so I have no idea how that will work or what my NIL status will be like when I get there.
Okay. was there a lot of like legal things to jump through when like, oh, I can't do this, I can do this, stuff that you didn't really understand, you got to get your parents to help you out with, whatnot?
Yeah, the whole thing you have to have your parents help you out with. Not saying I'm like, incompetent of being able to do stuff like that, but it's like a lot of it requires a lot bigger stuff than what you can do at the age of 16. So some things are just like more difficult to do, whether it's making good like legal decisions of like is this okay to do? So like having your coaches help you, making sure it's even legal. Like you're not even allowed to have if I were to post a video online and have them tagged in it, I can't have any any official, like I can't have my school on there. If I do, I lose my eligibility. And so I have to be very careful within stuff like that. And it's different in every state. So that's an issue because I've been asked to do stuff before and I've had to check it to make sure I'm okay to do it. Because where they're from North Carolina. So they're going to know the North Carolina rules, where I'm from California and I can't do specific things. Also, you're like in NILs, a lot of it's because NILs are basically getting money, right? And so in an NIL, you have to like defend for yourself, but not be too over your head of like how much money you should get. And it's kind of a new area. So it's really difficult to do it, as a high schooler. And I'm sure even as a college student, because you don't know what you're worth and you don't know how much other people are getting paid. So it's very difficult.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I bet there's just there's a million different variables when it comes to this thing, and like just navigating all of this is probably, pretty overwhelming, especially for like, a high school kid. And not saying that you're not smart or competent, but some of the stuff is just like, maybe even goes over my head. It takes like an actual like legal person or lawyer to understand this, and like is this worth it? Is this deal like, is this going to limit myself from making even more NIL once I get to college because I signed this right now? Is it? And but yeah, so or do you plan to like keep the same NIL deal when you get into college, or?
Yeah, I really like the company. I mean, the people that I would say I work with are amazing people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be able to find people like that elsewhere. They're always for me, mentally and like as of checking up on me and to make sure I'm doing my end of my part. I really do want to continue the deal, but it's just gonna be really about how I keep progressing and what the realistic next best option is for me. And so if that's, parting my ways, that's parting my ways. However, I don't think that's going to happen right now, or anytime soon. I'm just saying that if it were to end up like that, that could happen because my terms are only so short. They're not, I don't have yearly terms. Most NILs are only for 6 months, especially the seniors you'll see sign like in track season.
Yeah.
They only keep that through their spring to summer, and then they're done after July, and they don't follow those NILs through to college. So even though someone signs their senior year, most of the people don't follow them through to college. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Hugh and Lucas. I'm just very curious and very adamant about like this stuff because it's so new, and it's like it's specifically so new for high school kids of like this ability to actually make money, like doing your sport. And so it's mind blowing. And I assume that if you guys, I don't believe Hugh or Lucas, I don't think you guys have an NIL right now. No, I don't. But I'd assume that if you reach out to certain companies or certain, people, you probably could be in the same boat that Cooper is. Now, is it worth it for you, or is it, does it make sense in your situation? That's a different question. But could you have it? Probably. So, but okay. So I want to move on to my big question is, have you all been in a race together so far?
Yeah.
Like,
I think, yeah, we should have been last year.
Like you all, like I'm saying all three of y'all in the same race.
We've definitely been in the same race before. We've had to be.
I don't think so. I remember being.
I don't.
Yeah. Mia champs last year, 1600.
I didn't run.
Oh.
Oof. How is this possible?
Wait,
Come on.
maybe some race our freshman year. Hugh, did
or
he make
cross
it?
country. Or cross country.
Oh, come on.
We've
At least a cross race. There's no way.
Yeah, we've definitely been to cross race together. There's no way we haven't.
There's no way.
Hugh,
Maybe not.
No, I
Hugh,
don't think.
what'd you do your freshman year? Oh, maybe
Like,
LVC. Sophomore
No, they
year, or
I only did Lagoon Valley sophomore year.
Hugh didn't, or Lucas, you didn't do it.
I did freshman
What?
year.
Yeah.
How are you all in the same section, but not a
we
single
haven't
race you've
been.
been in together? How does this make sense?
Well, me and Cooper are in the same division for cross country, but then Hugh's different division. So like once we get to postseason stuff, we're pretty split up.
Oh,
we're DT.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
you guys didn't race
I
in the
thought we had. There's no we
okay. If I'm right about this, for how California works, it's each you have like okay. The best way for me to describe this is you have your own classification of like your division of how big your school is, and then you have a state championship that way. And then there's like the meet of champions, right? Which is like all of like the best runners from each class merges together. Is that true?
Yeah. I can help.
Masters.
Masters. So it goes from your own league. So
Okay.
within your state, you have your state, and then
Yeah.
down to there you have. So this is track. Down to there you
Okay.
have your masters meet. So this is all divisions within your section. Okay.
Okay.
And there could be 8 to 9 sections within a state. So we are all part of the Sac-Joaquin section. And then before that, for all of us to race together, it would have to be at masters or state, because once you go down to divisionals, which is basically every division within your section. Does that
Okay.
make sense? And so, and once you have divisionals, we are all. I'm split from them too. So
Okay. Okay.
we're all actually split up, right?
Yeah, I'm D1 for track.
Yeah, I'm
D1,
D2.
D3.
Okay. But does like D1, D2, and D3 ever race each other like in a
Yeah, so
ultimate?
you go from so you go from divisions, and then it's like top 6 from divisions will go to masters.
Okay.
So
That's
and
what
then
Masters
all
is.
the
Okay.
divisions, all the divisions will race each other at masters,
Okay.
and then it's top 3 from masters will go to state.
Okay.
Yeah, or like if you get the auto qual time.
So you guys never raced in really?
Well, because me and Hugh did the 8, and then Cooper did the 16:32
Oh.
double.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'd say that could be a thing where next year it totally happens, because we're all going to be so much better.
Yeah.
Where we can handle the qualifications way easier. But
Yeah.
especially our sophomore year, right? We're all going for one event because that's all we can handle physically. Because Lucas was on a different track of probably trying to podium at a higher level at sophomore year, right?
That is very true.
I feel like for me specifically, it was let's just get to state first.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the other guys could have been focused on let's get to the final. But even doing that, that's a completely different.
Yeah.
That takes a lot, right? And so doing both just might mess you up for the following week.
And nowadays, like, you cannot mess around with qualifications either, because anybody can drop any crazy time. Like, you don't even, there's some random kid that you've never heard of before, and he runs like 8:55, and you're like,
Yeah.
like,
Peter Kendall.
where did this kid come from? Or another kid runs like, you're like, I'll just, so I can save my legs for, the next race or something, I'll just jog like a 4:15. Some kid runs like a 4:13 that his PR is like a 4:22, and you're like, dude, I don't even know where this kid came from.
I think another thing is like there's also that, but then there's also like if you're sick on a weekend, you have a bad day, you don't go on. Like that's kind of how it is too. Even if you're like the best runner in the section or something, like if you have a really really bad day and you're sick or something, you don't make it, you don't go on. So I think there's like both sides of it.
Yeah, that's very true. It's insane. I mean, like, you guys have probably seen the active progress of trackflation literally throughout your entire career. Like, usually what happens is, I'd say before 2023, you would see a considerable progress in how the general like high school scene was getting faster every 4 years. So like you would start your freshman year and you end your senior year, and then you would see like, oh, the freshman year is coming next year, or the freshman times are like faster than whatever the freshman times this year. Now it's like, for you guys, it's like every single year the bar just keeps raised and raised and raised and raised. It's like it is insane. Whether it's the shoes nowadays, whether that's the unlimited information you can get about training, whether that's the new stuff on the block like bicarb and other like enhancements and stuff like that, or whether that's maybe availability to better coaches or something like that. It just seems like, dude, it's like I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, you guys have seen it firsthand, so I have no doubt that it's crazy in your head. But yeah.
My take on that is specifically for the freshmen and sophomores. So the kids that are a little bit everyone after my class, I've seen a noticeable thing where they're the people that are really good at a really young age are typically siblings of older like really good champions, whether they're in college or high school. And it's not to say that there isn't fast individuals, but all the fastest class of 28 class of 28 and class of 29, they're all specific individuals, especially on the men's side. I haven't really seen it on the female side, just I don't keep much track on there. But if you look at the fastest freshman male and the fastest freshman or fastest sophomore male, they're all siblings of an older brother that might be slower, might be fast, but they're still fast at the end of the day.
Okay. Do you believe in a difference between your actual age and your training age? Do you guys believe in that? Actually, I want to get Hugh's response on this first. I want to see what his thoughts are.
Wait, like, what do you mean training age?
Like, your training age is like, let's just say the year that you started really taking running at a competitive level, where you're logging your miles, you're doing all that stuff.
I mean, I don't really think so, because I didn't start track till freshman year. But then like Lucas started it like in 7th grade, and like we're like running like pretty similar times right now. So I'd say it's more to do with your actual age than your training age.
Okay. Like, do you think that, especially for guys, because some guys won't hit puberty until like a little bit later, do you think it has anything to do with that, like your development of your body?
Oh, I mean, definitely. Like, if you have like a less developed body, you're not going to be able to handle like mileage and workouts as well as someone who's more developed.
Do you think that more underdeveloped guys that go on the distance side have more success than the mid distance side? Actually, I want to get Cooper's thought on this. You can kind of understand what I said.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to just like agree with what Hugh's saying. I think talent is going to trump the hard work at the end of the day. Like, you'll see some kids that work really hard, and they're really good from 2nd grade to 8th grade to freshman year. They're really good.
Yeah.
But then, like, I started later in 8th grade, and it wasn't that good. But because of that physical development freshman year, by the time I hit puberty, my freshman year, everything, I just caught up to everyone so quickly.
Yeah.
My raw talent. But can you ask your question again?
The question was, do you think that, like, if you took a more underdeveloped kid, like they're like physically their body, and you threw them in a set of training that's more specific for long distance stuff rather than mid distance stuff, do you think they would have more success rate in that sense? Like
success rates at, like, as in right away or as in through the following years?
Like, let's say, let's say like a year or two down the road.
Long distance?
Yeah.
I think mid distance stuff could get someone fitter quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just spammed 4x400, 4x200, like, or whatever, like, that'll probably get you.
Oh. Oh no. Hopefully you didn't totally get kicked out.
I can take over what he was saying though.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Lucas.
I feel like it's definitely easier to get fitter faster with mid distance. I feel like if you're trying to stack miles, like you're doing 60, 70 miles at a younger age, I feel like you're more like prone to injury like sooner, instead of doing like 30 miles a week when you're trying to run really fast 800, where you're doing maybe 2 to 3 workouts a week and just doing speed all the time, like trying to really like get that 800 mechanic going. I feel like that's a lot easier than trying to be like a 5K, 10K guy at like a high school age where you're trying to, get a lot of miles in quick. I just feel like that's a really easy way to get injured if you're not like trying to build slowly, especially at a younger age, like our age.
Okay. All right. Coop, let's see if you can come back to that thought process again and continue what you're saying. Oh. You're muted, by the way. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay. So, interesting. I got a comment. It says, ask Lucas why he DNF'd at Nike in the mile.
Oh, I was pacing the fast heat, so I only took him through 800 and then I dropped. Took him through 2 flat.
Okay.
I wasn't racing. I just was pacing. That was my 5th event of the week. So.
Oh my god, that's insane. That is crazy.
They asked me to pace. So.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So I actually want to talk to you about that, about racing at a national level. How nerve-wracking is that nowadays? Like, because I feel. Hold on, I'll give the mic to you. Just let me finish my statement.
Yeah.
I feel like the pressure of like specifically social media of like high school kids to perform at such a high rate nowadays of like, oh my god, if I do this, then I'm going to get attention of college coaches and I'm going to get recruited at a Division I level, and oh my god, I'm going to get my name like, I'm going to get 100,000 million views and get posted on like Mile Split or Flow Track or stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like I see these guys, they line up at the line at the national races and it's live streamed or it's even live, in general. And I just like, they all just look so nervous. And I'm so curious, like, what is it like, doing that nowadays?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely nerve wracking. But I think I try and take it as a good thing and like use it. I mean, if you're one of the top guys going in, you always got to think about like you're the top guy going in no matter what. So I think just kind of using that as momentum, especially in the race. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely nerve wracking. Like I raced Hoka and Nike this year. Those are like the big races after state. So going in, like knowing I was going to be one of the top guys no matter what, it's definitely like scary because you want to win. That's like obviously the goal. Like you're racing to win. So it's definitely nerve wracking, but I try and use it more as like motivation to try and pull out a win or at least like race as fast as I can. Okay.
So you're like you're a little more calm and collective. But you try and like stay more on the fun side. You're like, this is more of an opportunity rather than like a burden on my shoulders that I have to do. Which
I feel like out of all my races, I race better if I just kind of use it as an opportunity instead of like making myself really nervous. I feel like I race just better, like saying like, let's just go have fun with it. Let's not worry about it. Like you're going to race to win and like, don't worry about the people around you. Just think of you as the best guy. And I feel like I've raced better at that. Like I ran the Stanford, that's my PR this year, Stanford invite for the 1600, and it was off event for me. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. And I kind of said like, let's have fun with it. And I ended up winning and PRing by over 4 seconds. So I think just kind of like putting my like head in like this is an opportunity to race fast, not like be really nervous about like obviously winning, but not being nervous about like the other people around you and how fast they are. More just using it as an opportunity if there's other fast guys in the race. Okay.
I like that mentality a lot. I think, when you go to a national meet and you're like, you're kind of paying to be there, you're paying to travel, you're paying to stay there, stuff like that. It's kind of one of those things that's just the cherry on, the milkshake, or it's the icing on the cake, kind of thing where it's like I had a great season. I PR'd during the season. I competed well at state. And let's just see how fast I can go, at national, something like that. Or let's see how fast I can go at Hoka Festival Miles. Let's see how fast I can go at Arcadia. I feel like those type of huge meets is just a great opportunity to kind of get a preview of honestly what it's like to be in the college scene of racing guys from other states of like, oh, I know these guys. I know this guy's committed to Stanford. I know this guy is committed to UW. I know this guy is committed to Illinois. I know this guy is committed to Alabama or something like that. And it's just a great opportunity to like preview your competition beforehand and whatnot. Because all three of y'all know that like yes, you're really fast right now, but you have so much more room to grow, so much more potential. Like, and it doesn't seem like I'll actually ask you this question in a second, Hugh, but first I want to get Cooper's response on this. Cooper, what is during your base building season in the summer during crawl season? I assume that's your highest mileage segment, like a certain number of weeks. What does that typically max out at for you? Just like quick response on that.
Yeah. So typically every season, so actually I try to follow it through even in season too.
Okay.
So it's not just about building the summer, it's about being consistent throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
Obviously at the end, we're all probably going to taper down a little bit. And it's not really a taper, it's just we don't have as much time to do as much training and the workouts are easier.
Yeah.
But specifically every season, I'll up 5 miles a week.
Okay.
So that's every season. And so obviously right now I'm in my build back to get to my mileage.
Okay.
Because we're only a few weeks back in, right?
Yeah.
But once I get to my regular mileage, I'm going to up it by 5 and then just try to hold there as consistent as possible throughout the full season. Obviously, for me, it's not going to be perfect because I have to race, and by racing, I have to do less miles and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to stay there. And so last season, it was 65. My high was 65.
Okay.
And I averaged around probably 60 to 62. And then, cross country was 60. They built 60 and then 55 and then 50. And then freshman year, it was 35 in track season. But I did go all the way up to my 45.
Yeah.
But that's what it looked like for me. So this season will be like 70.
So even on Coop's side, even at, the longer distance stuff, you would argue, would you say that you think your 32 is probably your best time overall, quote unquote?
For me specifically, no. I think 406 converts to 847. So technically my 1600 meter 406.03 is better than my 850.6 or whatever it is. Okay. But I do think that I had a lot more potential in that 2 mile that I didn't show that day.
Okay.
So.
I got you. So I'm just curious because even at 65 miles a week, still have so much more room to grow, especially when you get to college, and they'll probably, if I had to guess, your coach will probably slowly build you up to somewhere around 90 miles a week or, something like that. I don't know. Depends, but that's just kind of ish what the normal thing is. But going back to you, Hugh, when we talk about national races, competing at the national level, what do you think about that pressure aspect as well? Like,
I kind of agree with Lucas. Like, I didn't really go into a race this season, like, thinking that I wasn't the best guy or I didn't have a chance to win. Because, that's just kind of the mentality you have to have if you want to do well and compete well.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to win a race by wanting to come top 3. That's just like, So, I just raced every race like I wanted to win. Yeah.
Somebody said, ask Hugh if he thinks he's the best in Cali in the 800.
I think the 2 best guys in Cali are both in this call.
In this call right now. And it's the other one is Coop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. What is your 800 PR, by the
way? Mine?
Yeah.
It's 154. I went on 58 and I closed in 56. So.
Dude, that's not even bad, bro. That's good. That's like, there's plenty of people that would love to run 154 in high school, I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah.
And
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna break 150 next year, but because that probably won't happen. But I think I'll be pretty competitive in the 800. Not competitive enough to want to even race these guys, but I think I'll still throw down a good time and maybe do it once or twice in college. But I don't think I'll ever competitively compete in the 800 because the standard is just way higher than whatever I run.
Yeah.
Even though I could probably put down a solid time.
Okay. I think you can break 150. I think if you race it right, you can break 150. Do I think that you could be faster than 149? probably not realistically, but I think you could go like 149 high. 149.7, 149.8. Come on, guys. Come on, stop giving that smirks. You know he
No,
can
I
do
said
it.
we'll pace him. I just said we'll
Come
pace
on,
him.
who's your teammate? Should be
I
like,
just said we'll pace him.
I don't. That'd be cool, but I don't really care about breaking 150. I don't really care about breaking 4 next year. I don't really care about breaking 8:40 in the 2 mile. I don't care about breaking 14 minutes in the 5K. It's like every single time I feel like I focus on times, the season just ends horrible, or it just doesn't end the way I want it. But whenever I have a mindset of I'm just like the other guy said, I'm just gonna go out here knowing that I'm really good, really fit, and I just want to go out there and just like compete to the best of my ability and give everything, and that'll put up a fast time. Like having that mindset of just like going out there, giving your best, and like stretching yourself to the max like ability, I think just will produce a fast time.
okay. That sounds all great to me. I mean, that's kind of the mentality you need to have. Like, I think I've always been the kind of person to think that if you go out to win a race, then you're probably setting yourself up to success to run a PR. And even if you don't, you won the race. What can you be mad about? You know, like,
Yeah.
So. But I will say though, I hope to see at least a combination of like 4 or 5 national titles from you guys next year. So
Yeah. 4 to 5.
I
Holy crap.
hope to see a combination of 4 or 5 national titles. Here's what I think. I think well, I guess it's divvied up between Nike and New Balance. Do you guys? What is your thoughts on? First of all, what's your thoughts on that? Do you like Nike or New Balance better? What?
I'm all the way Nike. I'm with Nike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cooper, are we a Nike New Balance guy?
I think I do. If I had to choose indoor, I'd do New Balance. Outdoor, I would do Nike.
Okay. Here's what I see. I see Hugh in the 800 in one, either indoor or outdoor. I see. Wait a second. You know, underrated pick, an extremely underrated pick for you guys. California DMR.
Yes, that's what I was just going to say.
We already
Shoot.
talked about it.
Oh my God, you guys would be cracked.
Yeah, we're
Jesus.
gonna do it. We already talked about it.
Yo, put you on the 8, put Coop on the mile, put Lucas on the 1200, and then there's gotta be oh my God, if there isn't a 400 guy in California.
My teammate from Jesuit runs 46, so we got him.
He runs what?
46 in the 4, so we have him.
Okay. Is there not a 45 guy? So why do I think there's a 45 guy?
He graduated. He was a senior.
Oh, okay. What was his name?
Ijam.
Okay, that's who I was thinking of.
Ijam Johannes. There it is.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah. And then even if one like, dude, California is so stacked. It's always between California and Texas and Florida. It's like it's the 3. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like talking about national titles and stuff. That's all cool, but my goal next year, I really want to make the U20 team. They're coming back to Eugene, so that's my goal, is to make the U20 team next year. That's the big goal, at least.
Okay. It's interesting to see what y'all's goals and stuff is, because there's some people out there they just love getting as fast as they possibly can. There's some people that love just winning as many titles as they can, and there's some people that are like, they kind of like run for different reasons, and some of them are not as good as others. You know, some people are like, oh, I just want to run so I can go D1, and you kind of have to like be like, are you really in it for the right reasons? Yeah. Like, it's just something like, by all means, if you can do it, then go for it, but it's like, it's just, are you really in the right headspace when it comes to these things? Because at some point you're going to get, mentally burnt out, and that like question of like, why do I do this, is going to be haunting you in the back of your head. But
Yeah.
Okay. So trying to think if there's something else I'm gonna ask you guys. So once we get to Cal Poly, okay, what do we see the future of this team being? Because it seems like you guys, not just your class, but the senior class right now that's going to be Cal Poly in the fall, and the guys that aren't on the team right now, like, you seem like you're building something pretty special. So
Yeah.
are we trying to put Cal Poly on the map for like distance powerhouse in the nation? Like, make it to NCAAs and cross, or win a DMR indoors or something like that?
And going back to the DMR, I think we're gonna make a Cal Poly DMR for indoors NCAAs. I think that's a big goal. Win a national title in the DMR would be super, super cool. And I mean, not only us, like the class ahead of us, like you were saying, like we have Alden Morales, who just won state in the 800, 149 guy. There's a bunch of guys that are in the class ahead of us. Chris Cadillo's only a sophomore, 7th at NCAAs. So he'll be there when we get there for a year or so, 2 years. So there's going to be guys there for a minute. Definitely young, but 3-4 years, we're going to be on the map for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and
already on the map, by the way.
Yeah. Want to say that out there. Yeah, we have a Chris Claudio's, and Chris Claudio and Aiden McCarthy. I mean, they're already putting them pretty far on the map, and then not to talk about Tyler Dalek. All right, he's already putting Cal Poly on the map by being the best U20 cross country American in the nation.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's up?
He had one shoe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one shoe. One shoe got like
What?
17th place or whatever. So that's crazy.
Oh my god, that is insane. Okay, I got two more comments right here. It says, do they like XC or track? I think I can kind of already guess. I'm gonna say Hugh does not like cross country, but he likes track. I'm gonna say Lucas, he likes both, but probably he leans more towards track. And I'm saying Coop loves cross country, but he also loves track.
Yeah.
Did I get spot on?
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been very fortunate with my team. We've won state the past 2 years in cross country as a team. So, like, I've definitely, like, grown the love for cross country a lot more these past 2 years because just our team is so good. But yeah, I definitely lean more track.
Okay. And then, as a 4 and 8 guy, is XC worth it? That is a very individualized question.
I mean, like, I think so. I think it definitely, like, maybe not as a 4 guy, but definitely 8 guy, especially in high school. I think it gives you a variety of bases and also makes you have a very big range. But I also think, like, putting on miles early, and it's not going to hurt you at all. I mean, I've been able to say, like, I'm a 15, 17 guy cross, but I've been able to break 150. I think it's very, very helpful. So I would definitely say yes. I think it's helpful. Maybe not for the 4, but definitely for the 8.
Okay. Hugh, being a more mid-D guy, what do we think about that?
I mean, yeah, I pretty much, like, completely agree. It's, like, not going to hurt you. And, like, I don't know. I'm also not really a 4-8 guy, so I wouldn't really know from the 400 guys' perspective.
Yeah. Do you guys run 4x4 at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is our split on that? Who's the fastest split?
You.
He's the fastest in the
You.
4.
Let me guess. You ran 48.9.
My open PR is 48.7 without DAWGS, and I split 46.
What? I'm not a 4'8" guy. What the? What? Okay.
Well, I also ran like 4'11 though, so I feel like the 4'11 is probably better than 48.
4'11 is better than
Yeah, that puts you on the state level, and 48.7 or whatever it is does not put you on the California state level.
No, I'm
probably.
thinking 46 split is a 46 split not better than 411?
Well, it's a
It's better
split.
than
It's a
411.
listen, it's a
Okay,
split. It's a
okay.
split. But do you like? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a split. I don't really count it.
Yeah, what leg were you?
Anchor.
If
Also,
you were
he's downplaying this so much. He's downplaying this so much. He took his team from like 7th to 3rd in that
yeah,
race. That's how fast it was.
yeah. No, that's. I'm just trying to think if you're going to be running more of a. Are you going to be if your coach once you get to Cal Poly, if your coach has to put you either in a 4x4 or 1,500 a mile, which is he picking?
Probably 4x4.
See, so I mean,
But I would also like if it's like a conference, conference meet, the 4x4 would be like way more important than me getting like point in the 1,500.
that is true. That is true.
So from like a team, I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd probably want to rip like a fast 15 time. But if it's like at conference or something, then I'd definitely rather do the 4x4.
Okay. So what is y'all's 4x4 splits?
I mean, I ran 49.3 without blocks open, and then I split like 48 low. So.
Okay. Coop, what do we have?
I split a 51.
That's not even slow, bro. Why? Like, why are you like? You're literally, bro. You're more of a long D guy. Why are we like, dude? I was split a 51. Like,
I mean, it's not impressive.
it's not impressive. But like,
My distance runner teams, I mean, they run 53, 52. It's like we have a bunch of guys that do it, right? It's not out of the ordinary. A lot of guys that run 410 can run 52, 53. I want to be splitting 49, but that just wasn't in the wheels this year. So hopefully next year.
you'll get there eventually. You'll get there eventually, bro. You gotta keep in mind,
Yeah.
you're only a junior, bro. You're literally only a junior high school. Like, you'll get there. I'd say it's way better to be a 51 split right now and eventually get to that point later on than running a 47 or 48 early on in high school, peaking then, and then washing out and burning out when you get to college. Like,
Yeah.
think of how many guys overtrained in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me finish this and then I'll let you talk. Think of how many guys overtrained in high school and are now in the college scene, and you can see a difference in the guys that let themselves build up to the potential they have and they're flourishing right now, rather than the guys that just like completely just wreck themselves. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. But continue, Coop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only 16 right now, so I think that even though the other people like do more training and stuff like that, I think naturally like my 400 time, my speed will like come more as I get older. So I'm not really concerned about my 400 PR, like I said. So like it'll maybe be like faster next year as I just get older and older and older. So I'm not really concerned.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you got plenty of room to grow. Like, you're only 16. When are you turning 17?
Actually, really soon on the 27th.
Like, yeah, exactly. And think about it. There's going to be guys next month that are going to be turning 18 and going to be a senior. Like,
yep.
So, and there's some people before the end of their senior year already going to be 19. Like, there's some guy, I think if you turn 19 after you graduate, you're fine, but there'll be guys that are 19 that'll be racing at the national level. Think about that. So, like, you're ahead of the ball game. Like, don't worry about it at all. You're gonna get there.
100%.
Okay, so I think we're gonna start to wrap this thing up, but I got one more question for you guys, and then I got a question that I ask all of my guests on my podcast. First question, well, it's not really a question actually. It's more of a throwback statement to your first practice as a freshman or cross country season. Okay, if you could take like a 60-second, I don't know, message and give that younger self you a piece of advice, what would it be? What would you tell yourself first day cross country practice freshman year? You got like 60 seconds to speak, and it's going to change the entire outcome of your entire career. So, Lucas, let's go. What?
Wait, so we want like the piece of advice, like we want it to like change the outcome, or like well, what do you mean?
It could potentially change the outcome. I mean, you could in whatever you're saying, you could be like, oh, like just you do exactly what you want to do, and maybe that's the best advice you got, but potentially it could change the outcome. So, Lucas, why don't you go first?
I mean, I think the biggest thing I would have told myself is like not racing as much as I did. I think like I got really eager to race high school races because I was very fortunate. I was very fast in 8th grade, so I was just really excited to like get to that level. And I think racing like 3 races, a lot of like meets I would do, like I would race 3 races and I would just like burn myself out really fast. So my like PRs came from really early races. Like my PRs are from like Arcadia my freshman year. So I think just like telling myself like not to race so much. Like I missed state by 1 spot as a freshman. So just like those little things of like not racing as much. I think I really learned well that sophomore year because I didn't peak as early and my PR was like from masters and state. So I think just kind of like telling that like younger self not to race as much and like be careful with what you're racing. Because I definitely like took that into account and learned as I got older.
Okay. All right, Hugh, you go next.
If I had to tell like I mean, I don't think I'd really change anything I did. I think my progression has been pretty solid. I mean, this year I definitely didn't run as fast as I wanted to, but I mean, like I won Arcadia and like Dublin, and then I got like 2nd at state. So I think like my progression has been like pretty good. Like I ran 157 freshman year, and now I'm at 150 as a junior. So I mean, I don't think I'd change anything I did at all.
Okay. That's sometimes, the best thing you can do for yourself is just like go at it day by day. Like just continue to, don't worry about so much in the future. You can only control what you have right now. So that might be, the best advice you can give yourself. But to wrap this, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, like I went into like high school track not like thinking that I would go to college, so that wasn't really my focus. And then I ended up running pretty solid. And then last year, like I had like a big breakout. So I mean, yeah, I think everything I did was worth it.
I mean, hey man, seems like it so far. 150 and 411. No joke, bro. So, all right, Coop, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I think if I were to have a conversation with myself my freshman year, I would definitely just say like, it doesn't matter like you as an individual. It doesn't matter how fast you run, like how good you are as a runner. Like that doesn't define who you are as a person. And you shouldn't care about like people like judging you based on that, or like being cool because of that, or trying to like please others because of that. Right. I think I had a big issue with that then. And then also to just be like, running and competing to your best of ability is going to give you that fulfillment, not running times, because you're always going to want to seek to be faster. But when you just go out there and give your best effort and know that you did that, I think that's more fulfilling than just running a fast time.
Okay. So we got a little bit all mixed stuff right here. So Lucas, don't race as much. Hugh, don't really got much advice. Just continue to do what you're doing. And Coop is, don't worry about what other people think. You're on your own journey. You're on your own path. Like, I will say though, as a is a cumulative effort right here. Do we all agree that, like, no matter how fast you are, the enjoyment of the progression you get throughout the sport, it's so much greater than winning the fast times and winning state championships and winning, you know, national titles and, you know, running insane times. Like, I feel like even for the guys out there that started at a 6 flat 5:30 mile in, you know, freshman year and only got down to maybe 4:25 their senior year, like, they should still be as grateful and as happy than the guys that started at a 4:30 their freshman year and ran 4:05 their senior year. Like, am I wrong for saying that?
No, you're totally right. I think another thing is, like, don't stress yourself out as much as you think you should. Like, I think a lot of stress goes into the sport. And I think only being in high school, already stressing yourself out so much can, like, take a toll on your body. And especially your mental. I mean, I don't think a lot of people talk about the mental of the sport. It plays a huge impact as much as the physical part. So I think just, like, keeping yourself calm and collective, and you're only in high school, like, there's nothing to, like, so much to worry about. Like, the college recruitment, trying to run fast times, trying to win big meets, all comes on a toll. But I think just taking it day by day, like you kind of said, is, like, the biggest thing you can do for all of it.
Exactly. So the question that I ask everybody at the end of my podcast, I think I already know what Lucas is going to say, but I don't know about Hugh or Q, but it's, if you could go pro in any other sport besides running, what would it be?
I want to know what you were going to say for me.
I thought you were going to say golf.
Oh, I mean, I would say either golf or baseball.
Okay.
Those are probably my two.
Golf or baseball? All right, Coop, what are we thinking?
Yeah, probably baseball. I always sucked at baseball when I was growing up, and I literally just didn't have the strength. So if I could go pro in anything, it'd be baseball, probably.
Okay. All right, Hugh, what are we thinking?
Well, like, I was playing, like, soccer, like, all my life until freshman year, so I'd probably say soccer.
All right, soccer, baseball, and golf. Okay. All right, guys. Well, any last thoughts? Anything you want to tell the audience before we wrap this thing up? Call it a night?
Lucas, do you have anything?
Be great.
Yeah.
Go be great. Change the world.
Yeah. You guys know where home's at? It's at Cal Poly.
Listen, they're looking for a fourth teammate.
Yeah. Looking for the fourth.
They're looking for a fourth. What are we thinking? Either sub 412 or sub 151.
I think our next guy is going to be a sub 151 guy because a kid just reached out to me today, and he runs 150 and sub 410.
Ooh.
So we'll see if he falls through with the recruiting process. But
we know Coach got eyes on a couple of guys. So we'll
okay,
see
yeah,
who
okay.
comes out, so.
Wait, actually, one more question. Hold on. Is Cal Poly gonna surpass Stanford? Best distance school in California?
It's the new Stanford. It's the better Stanford. It's Cal Poly. It's the better Cal Poly.
Yeah. I feel like we're already past that now, right?
You already think you're past
Stanford's. Yeah. What's the
okay, you know what?
Stanford
You know what?
guy?
I'm gonna hook up. I'm gonna go ask Lex and Leo.
Well,
wait, did they have an All-American in the distance
Yeah, I don't
side
think
this
they
year?
have an All-American.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Shoot.
Yeah. They have.
Maybe you're right.
The fastest 1500 meter guy is
They are
Evan
getting
Newman.
Quinn Sullivan, though.
Evan Noonan was faster than Lex and Leo?
Yeah, because they were injured.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna have to DM Lex and Leo tonight and be like, yo, y'all better get your act together, bro. The Cal Polys are coming for y'all.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna yeah, I mean, like, Cal isn't better than you guys. USC doesn't even have a distance program.
UCLA will be pretty good. They're getting the Maximo Zavaleta. They're getting my teammate. They're getting a lot of guys that will be good. But
Okay.
I just don't think anyone competes.
UCLA. Is there any other big school that I'm forgetting here?
UCLA, Cal,
Stanford.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys have you guys have a million Division I schools in California. I'm not gonna lie, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's like USC, San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, UC.
There's so many. Yeah.
UC
Davis.
blah blah blah. UC Davis.
Yeah.
UC.
Jack State.
Yeah. What is it called? Cal State Fullerton.
Oh yeah. Cal
Oh,
State.
Cal State Fullerton. Yeah.
Is that ball knowledge? Is that ball
Yeah.
knowledge?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hold on. I'm thinking. Fresno State.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh my God, that's on the tip of my tongue. I'm thinking of it right now. I can't think of it. Anyways, you have a million Division I schools. But all right, this is gonna wrap this one for tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been really fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you guys have been amazing. So I'm gonna end live stream, but if you guys stay on for just like a little bit longer.
Cool.